Hello, Samadhi community. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm Amy, and I am here to spend a little bit of time with you and check in. We'll do some practices together. As always, feel free to sit anything out that doesn't work for you and take the practice in a way that does make sense. So, to begin, I just want to acknowledge that these are times that may be turbulent. Definitely, we are all having our own experience of going through this pandemic. And so, whether we're folks who are essential workers and going out to work daily or sometimes during the week, maybe working from home, for holding space for ourselves and for other friends or family members, just to acknowledge that there's some for most of us there's some sense of some loss and struggle. For others, it may feel like there's some positives within that too, whether it's more time to rest or reflect. I don't know. I don't want to presume anything at all on anyone's part, but I do want to acknowledge that there is a wide variety of things that folks may be experiencing. I wanted to start by sharing a quote that one of our fellow community members, one of our Samadhi students, shared. She shared this online about her feelings regarding not being together physically in the studio, even as she really appreciates the opportunity to gather with other folks here online. So her quote is, "Missing someone gets easier every day because even though it's one day further from the last time you saw each other, it's also one day closer to the time you will." So find a comfortable seat on the earth, in a chair, on the couch, whatever works for you. Eyes closed, or you could come into a soft gaze. And with each exhale, allow the external world to begin to fade, to blur, to drift away. Going ever deeper into your own experience, what it is that is happening in your body. And then go even deeper. Allow your hands to come together at your heart space and bow your head forward, lengthening the back of your neck. And then bring your thumbs to your forehead. Sit up really tall, shoulders draw down away from your ears. Squeeze your groin, Mula Bandha, getting really, really connected, steady. And then as you exhale, let your hands come in front of your heart. Take a deep, full breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. We're going to do some breath work. So The type of breath that we're going to experience is Kapalabhati breath. It involves a passive inhale and a forceful exhale. You can gather some tissues if you need to clear your nasal passages. You can go ahead and do that. Kapalabhati is a practice that is also sometimes called skull polishing. It has elements to it that can sometimes help people to feel more alive, more vibrant, more energized. We're going to include some holdings of breath. So holding the breath out and holding the breath in, and I will guide you through that. And if any of this doesn't work for you, you can sit it out. You could also close your eyes and come back into a deep breath without any holdings. So my dog is she's in on the scenes. Interesting how animals can seem to kind of congregate. They, at least for me, my dog always tends to find her way to the mat or close to the mat when I'm practicing. So Kapalabhati, passive inhale, forceful exhale. And if you're not familiar with it, sometimes it helps to put your hand at your navel to connect with that sensation of really sort of snapping, almost as if you had been coughing, that sort of an engagement as you exhale. So we'll begin by doing a round of 30. Take a deep, full breath in and begin. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come forward, blow all the breath out. Hold the breath out. Find your way back up into seated. Focus goes down to the base of your spine. Hold the breath. And when the need becomes too great and the witness dissolves, inhale as much as you can. Tip of the tongue goes up toward the roof of the mouth, so the hard palate, and then back into the soft palate. Continue to sit tall. Eyes are closed, eyes roll up in your head. You could imagine the eyes lifting up toward where light is streaming up and out of the top of your head. Staying here in suspended space, perhaps a sense of openness, maybe feeling the beating of your heart. And when the need becomes too great, if it hasn't already, then allow yourself to let that go. Let the eyelids be heavy, let the eyes close. Taking in the resonance of Kapalabhati. And then we'll move into a second round. I want to encourage you to stay, if you can, with the duration of this breath practice, but if you feel that it's too much, you could go really slowly with your exhales and your inhales. And by all means, if it's not working for you, then sit it out. Take a deep breath in and begin. Take a deep, full breath in. Open your mouth, exhale all the breath out. It's actually easier if you let it all come out. Hold the breath out as you come all the way back. Shoulders draw down. Maybe close the eyes. Focus goes down to the root chakra, the base of the spine. Notice what you notice. And then when the witness dissolves and the need is too great, then inhale as much as you can. Tip of the tongue reaches up toward the hard palate, back into the soft palate. Stay lifted in your focus. Eyes roll up in your head. Chest is open. Heart is open. This is a very protected way to open up. And then when the time is right, let it go. Taking in the echo of the practice. Hands at your lap. And you can keep your eyes closed if that's you and begin to circle around, breathe and feel. It's a really nice opportunity to layer on the Ujjayi breath. So that's an ocean sounding breath. You could think in your mind as you move of fogging a mirror. So as if you were fogging a mirror as you exhale. And that is if you were unfogging it as you inhale. So in our tradition of Kripalu Yoga, we do not shy away from audible breath. Pause and reverse the direction of your circles. If you'd like, you could speed up your circles or you could slow them down. Maybe you change something else about them, how broad a circle you're creating, how clenched or unclenched your jaw is. 3 more breaths. And then find your way back to center. Inhale, bring your hands out in front of you, palms come together. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach forward through your palms. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers, or you could grab an opposite wrist. Shoulders draw down. And then as you exhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, interlace your fingers. Exhale, almost like a seated cat. You could draw your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. And then once again, as you exhale, bring your hands back behind you. Draw your upper arm bones in toward each other. And then release. We're going to make our way into table, and then from there we're going to come into child's pose. So bring your knees wide apart. We're going to take a wide child. So knees separate, big toes come in toward each other. As you exhale, let your hips come back towards your heels. Crawl your hands out in front of you. Let your forehead come down. If your forehead doesn't quite make it to the earth, you could stack your hands or stack fists. Stillness or a little bit of rocking in the hips from side to side. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then from here, find your way forward once again to come into table. And we'll come into some cats and dogs, articulating the spine, getting the synovial fluid flowing, tucking and untucking the tailbone and the chin, getting really, really generous with the breath. Exhaling as you come into your cat. Inhaling as the belly drops. Again, that Ujjayi breath. And then the next time you come into a flat back, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, extend your right leg straight back behind you and then crisscross it over. Take a deep breath in, right hip is heavy, look over the left shoulder or to the left hand. Inhale, lift the leg, exhale, set the knee down. We'll prepare to come to the other side, so bend into your elbows. Could even be like you're clawing at the mat a bit. Deep breath in, exhale the left leg straight back behind you. Really give yourself a stretch, a lengthening. And then as you exhale, crisscross it over to the right. Let that left hip bone be heavy. Deep breath in, exhale, looking at the right hand or over the right shoulder. And then as you inhale, lift the leg, set the knee down, and begin to walk your hands in towards your body. So we're going to take a few moments here to do a writing exercise. If you don't have something to write with, and if you don't have, write with and write on, then you can either pause the video or you can get up and grab it quickly. Find a comfortable seat. Maybe that means that you move over to the couch or somewhere else that's comfy for you. So in these times, in any time, and perhaps particularly in times where there are extra things going on, there's struggle going on, we can look to readings or our practices to people that we know and trust in order to try to find guidance and to navigate our way through. But really fundamentally, we're always our own best teachers. We have a highest self, and that's not a sort of a woo-woo or saccharine thing. It's really true, and maybe we connect with that, maybe we don't. So we can engage in exercises that help or practices that help us to make that connection. So I'd like for you to take a moment and just, you can set your pen and paper down and close your eyes. So to clear the mind as best as you can, we'll bring in that deep, full breath. Open your mouth, let it go. And as you sit here, I just want to direct you that when you open your eyes, you're going to take hold of your pen and you're going to write. And the writing that you do is going to be stream of consciousness. There's no worry about grammar or spelling, or even if it makes sense to you, you are to allow the pen to be a vehicle to, with which to express what it is that's coming. And we'll say from your highest self. You don't even have to think about that, but to just allow it to be an experience that flows. So we'll take another cleansing breath. Deep, full breath in and a full breath out. Open your eyes, take hold of your pen, write at the top of your paper, "This is what I have to say to you. This is what I have to say to you." And begin to write. Taking pauses is fine. If you have finished, you can close your eyes. For those of you who are not finished already, we'll have one more minute. Twenty more seconds. So if you're still writing, finish up the last few sentences. And then put your pen down, put your paper down, move those over to the side. So that's something for you to reflect on, to read perhaps after practice. If you want to take a few moments to read it now, feel free to do that. Tapping into your own wisdom. And then when you're ready, begin to make your way down onto your back. So knees bent, plant into your feet, draw your hips in towards your heels, lower all the way down onto your back body, draw your knees in towards your chest, rock from side to side. Allow your eyes to close. Soften your jaw, soften your glutes. Breathe and feel. And then bring your right ankle to your left knee. Take hold either over that left shin, behind the left thigh, or you can place the left foot onto the earth. Eyes open or eyes closed. Point and then flex your feet. You can wiggle your toes. And then if your foot is lifted, release, let that foot come back down to the earth. Cross the right knee over the left. Draw the knees once again in towards your chest. And then as you exhale, let your knees come over to the left, arms out to T. Perhaps you look to the right. If this is too much for you with the knees crossed, you can uncross the knees and place the right knee on top of the left. Imagine that you have something that's heated and weighted on your right underarm, shoulder area to help to ground you down, to help you to make a connection with the earth. Soften your jaw, breathe really deeply, soften your glutes. Deep, full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Ha. And then gently, without rushing, begin to draw your way back to center. Plant your feet on the earth. Walk your heels in towards your sitting bones. So imagine your feet were about a fist or two widths apart. Arms down at your sides. Press into your feet. lift your hips up. And what we're going to do here is hammock. So the hips are maybe about 6 inches off of the earth. Continue to press into your feet and allow your hips to sway from side to side. Broaden across your shoulders. So this is a low back release. Tuck the tailbone up and then allow the whole length of your spine to come back down onto the earth. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your left ankle to your right knee or thigh, coming into this figure four, pigeon on the back. There's different terms for this. This hip opener, clasping over the right shin or behind the right thigh. If it's more comfortable for you, right foot can be on the earth. You could wiggle your toes, point your toes away from your knees. So reaching the toes forward and then drawing the toes actively in towards your knees, softening across your shoulders. Take a final breath in, and then as you exhale, let the right foot come down to the earth, cross the left knee actively over the right, and then draw the knees in towards your chest, arms come out to T. Exhale, let both of your knees come over to the right, look over to the left. Soften where you can. If that's too much to have the legs crossed, uncross them and place the left knee on top of the right. Close your eyes. Breathe into your left underarm. Breathe into your right underarm. Final 3 breaths here. And then find your way back to center. If your legs are crossed, then uncross them. We'll come into happy baby, drawing knees in towards your chest and letting the soles of your feet face the sky, holding on to the inside of your inner blade, the big toe side or the pinky toe side, or maybe you hold on to your pant legs, stillness or rocking it out. Soften where you can. Feel the compression on your low back. Maybe a little sense of a sacral massage there. And then let that go and begin to make your transition into final relaxation, into Shavasana, corpse pose. Gathering any props to help you to feel as comfortable as you can. Let it go. Let the practice go. Let the breath go. Offer your bones and your blood, fascia, muscle, your skin. Let it all connect to the earth. Let it all release down into the earth, perhaps imagining the earth lifting up to hold and comfort you. Allow your mind to drift. Begin to deepen your breath, developing your awareness of your physical body resting on the earth. Begin to invite gentle movement into your fingers and your toes, eyes behind eyelids. And then begin to invite in a full body stretch. So extending your arms up and overhead, reaching forward through the balls of your feet. Imagine you could reach your toes forward. And then as you exhale, allow your arms to come back down at your sides. And then hug your knees in towards your chest and roll over onto your right side. Taking support with your hands, press your way all the way back up into seated. Reclose your eyes and lengthen your spine. If you've noticed any background sound, that was my dog rolling around for a few minutes there. Hands at your lap or hands at your heart. I'd like to share a poem. It's by Elena Mikhalkova. Grandma once gave me a tip. During difficult times, you move forward in small steps. Do what you have to do, but little by bit, don't think about the future, not even what might happen tomorrow. Wash the dishes, take off the dust, write a letter, make some soup. Do you see? You are moving forward step by step. Take a step and stop. Get some rest. Compliment yourself. Take another step, then another one. You won't notice, but your steps all will grow bigger and bigger. And time will come when you can think about the future without crying. Good morning. Take those words in if they resonate, and if they don't, let them go. We'll seal our practice and our time together, joining our voices in the ancient song of Om. Take a deep breath in. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti Shanti, peace. Peace to you and peace to our world. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste. Namaste, 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 namaste. What an absolute pleasure to be with you, sending you all out. So much love from me and from all the teachers and the community, the staff, all of us, the students, sending out so much love and gratitude. And I just want to say also that if there's anything from the writing exercise that you care to share, so it's really for you, but if there's anything you want to share, feel free to do that in the comments, either below the studio's post or my post, or on the YouTube comment area. So if you'd like to share with the community, feel free to do so. And thanks again for being here. I love you.